You've heard it before, don't brush your curly hair. And if your parents have done it when you're younger, you probably understand why. Today, I want to dispel the myth that brushing your hair is bad for your curls, and I'm going to teach you some proper techniques and tools to help you. Hey curl friends, I'm Amina, your curly hair specialist, here to empower and equip you on your curly hair journey. Before we head to the salon, let's talk about why folks tell you to not brush your curly hair. Folks tell you not to brush your hair because it'll change your curl pattern, but this is false. So the only thing that can really change your curl pattern is a chemical, whether it be relaxers or keratins, and also heat damage. So another reason that folks warn you against brushing your hair is because you'll lose all your hair. And again, that is false. Naturally, we are to lose about 150 hairs a day. So depending on how long or short your hair is, that may seem like a lot or a little. So brushing your hair, you're naturally going to lose those hairs. And especially as a curly girl, you're not brushing your hair every day. So those 150 hairs are really collecting in your head over time. So you may feel like you lost a lot, but really it was normal. And again, if you feel like you're losing excessive amounts of hair, or you're balding, or you have alopecia, please go see a doctor, please go see a dermatologist. Don't rely on me for this information. Now that we've gotten those myths out of the way, let's talk about the benefits of hair brushing. Number one is that it removes buildup. So there are different types of brushes. Boar bristle brushes are especially good at evenly distributing oils throughout your hair. So the oils will grab into the brush, spread around the hair. So if you have an oily scalp, if you start from the back and brush up and to the ends of your hair, you'll actually spread a lot of that oil throughout your hair. And also, brushing is very good for removing knots and matting, which makes your hair easier to work with, and it helps you to achieve the styles that you're looking for. Let's dive into the types of brushing for curly hair. To the salon. So first we start off with just removing as many knots as we can before we wet the hair. So her hair was in a bun for about 2 days, and there's a lot of matting by her scalp. And if we tackle it with shampoo and conditioner to start, the knots may get a little tighter. So we're going to start separating before we start shampooing. You can also choose to use a unbrush or any type of brush to do dry brushing here as well. With the dry brushing, you're going to start at the ends of your hair, really taking your time to work from your ends to your scalp, and you could feel free to use any kind of misting spray bottle or pre-poo in order to loosen up the knots so that you can begin shampooing. So here I'm working with about 2-inch sections of her hair, and starting at the ends, I'm working the conditioner through her hair and taking each section as a 3D object. So if you see the next section, we'll start at the ends. And we're not really digging the brush in, we're more surface brushing, meaning that we're just lightly going on the surface of the hair, on the top, on the sides, underneath, until we really conquer the whole knot, instead of just digging the brush in and pulling, which can cause a lot of breakage. And if you're tender-headed, it can also cause a lot of pain. And you see the knots are just slipping right out. It's not very difficult to get them out, even though they were really matted toward her scalp. And brushing and detangling is going to be really a case-by-case basis, depending on how long you go in between washing your hair and how long your style has been in. That will also determine how matted or not your hair is, and also the texture and the density and the porosity of your hair. All plays a factor in how many knots you're going to have, how long it's been since you've had a trim. All of these play into hair brushing and whether or not it's going to be a easy task or a labor of love. Here in this section, we have a bit of a bigger knot, so we'll just have to take a little bit less hair and tackle the brushing in smaller sections. And we're almost done with all of it. And then as you can see, we're done. The next part of brushing is called the shingling method. So using a brush, this is a styling method, and it gives you a very, very well-defined curl for your curl type. So whatever curls you have, if you brush product into your hair in the method that I'm using, you could use this unbrush or you could use a Denman brush as well. It's gonna give you a very spirally, ringlety curl depending on your curl type. So if you don't have spirally curls to begin with, this could also be a method to start to train your hair to do that if that's what you want to do. So you always brush under the curl and make sure that the product is fully saturated in the hair. And then you shake the curls out. And in this little girl's case, we had to scrunch because she has a very loose curl at the top of her head. So we had to scrunch that in. But after diffusing her hair, because we brushed the product in, it's going to give her the most defined curl for her hair. Thanks for joining me in the salon. Today, we debunk the myths of brushing your curls and learn the methods for brushing your curly hair. Thanks for watching, and remember, wherever you are in your curly hair journey, your curls are just as beautiful as you are. Bye.